Hello everybody, thank you Adrian. Hi, as you know, my name is Abba Tahir, and I'm really excited to be speaking to you all today. I'm glad to be able to join you for your PubTalks. And today I'm going to talk about something that I feel strongly about, and that is following your passion, is finding your passion in life. So let's start. Oh, this is okay, now, so first I just want to introduce myself a little bit more. My name is Abba. I was born in New York City, and then I moved to Austin, Texas when I was 9 years old. So I call myself both a New Yorker and a Texan, just depending on what I feel like at the moment. My hobbies include exercising, biking, hiking, reading, spending time with my kitten right here. She lives in Austin with my family. I miss her very much. And I'm going to tell you about how I realized what I want to do for my future, in the future, and kind of the journey that led me there, I guess. Okay, so it starts off with my college life. I attended St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas. Actually, St. Edward's is a sister university of CUK. Yes, so if any of you are planning on studying abroad in America, I highly recommend St. Edward's University in Austin. Great university, I promise you won't regret it, okay? So I started St. Edward's fresh out of high school, as most of us do, right? And I think most of us, when we graduate from high school, we don't really know what we want to do, right, in life. We're just like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. Okay, same story here. I started St. Edward's, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do, and I thought I wanted to be a doctor. So I was like, okay, maybe I want to be a pediatrician, right, a doctor. I was like, okay. The reason that I thought I wanted to be a doctor was because my parents really wanted one of their kids to be a doctor. They wanted one of their children to work in the field of medicine, and I thought, I'm going to do that for my parents. I'm going to make them so happy. I'm going to be a doctor, and my parents are going to be so proud of me. So that's what I thought, right? So I started St. Edward's, and my advisor told me to major in biology if I wanted to go in the field of medicine. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Little did I know, I was going to hate biology. I did not realize how much I would dislike biology. I thought, okay, I'll be a doctor. I can do this. It's hard work, but I'll do it. No, I didn't want to do it at all. It made me very miserable. These are some pictures I took, actually, in some of my biology classes. These are some of the classes I took. Listen, like biology 1 and 2, molecular biology, physiology, entomology, which is the study of insects. Okay? I studied insects. I really didn't like that class at all. Evolution, population biology and ecology, animal behavior, microbiology, and food microbiology. Actually, these pictures are from my microbiology classes. And those two classes were the only classes in the biology field that I did like. I thought it was very important actually, so let me tell you. This right here, I grew E. coli. You know E. coli? It grows in your intestines. It smells very bad. It smells very bad, but it looks very pretty on the plate. It's metallic and green. This is Bacillus cereus. This grows on your rice. Okay? Like everybody loves rice in Korea, right? This is what will grow on your rice if you don't eat it fast enough. Okay? And so anyways, microbiology were two classes microbiology and food micro were two classes I really did like. This is from my entomology lab. I had to kill all of these insects. Yes. I had to catch these insects and kill them. And it was not fun at all. Look at this one. This grasshopper was like huge, this big. And it was so scary. Every time I would open my box, I'd be like, oh my god, it's dead, it's so big. And I killed a butterfly, that was sad. And some wasps, some bees, beetles, dragonflies, damselflies, lots of bugs. My god, it's not fun at all. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I thought it was kind of cool. This was my collection. Okay, so meanwhile, I'm in college. I don't like my classes, but I didn't realize that I wasn't passionate in biology. I just thought that I was lazy. I thought I was a lazy student, and that's why I didn't, do as well as I thought I should do. But actually, one of the reasons that I love St. Edward's University is St. Edward's really encourages their students to study abroad. And actually in America, I don't know how much you know about American universities, but tuition is really expensive in America. It's extremely expensive, and most people can't just afford going to college just from out of their pockets. You have to apply for scholarships and loans. So studying abroad isn't always a very easy option for American students. But St. Edward's, they really, really encourage students to study abroad. Actually, before going to St. Edward's, I never really thought I would study abroad. I just thought, okay, I'm going to go to college, studying abroad doesn't sound that exciting to me, it's expensive, and living in a country on my own, nah, it's too scary, I don't want to do it, right? That's what I thought. But then I met people on my campus who studied abroad, and they had like seminars, and they would tell me how amazing their study abroad experience was. And I was like, wow, really? You did that? You learned that? They're like, oh, I'm so much more confident now, and I learned so much, and life is just amazing now. And I was like, I have to study abroad. I really need to study abroad. So actually, I had this all of a sudden obsession in me at that time, and I was like, okay, I need to make this happen. How can I do this? But like to study abroad, you have to put aside anywhere from $7,000 to $15,000 to study abroad, apart from the tuition you're already paying. And I didn't have that kind of money. Most students don't have that kind of money, so I thought, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I talked to the Office of International Education at St. Edward's, and they told me about some scholarships I can apply for. And one of the scholarships right here I wrote about is called the Gilman Scholarship. And the Gilman Scholarship is a scholarship specifically to help students who want to study abroad, who can't afford to do it on their own. And it's a U.S. government Department of State scholarship. And it was my best option to get a scholarship from to study abroad, but it's also very competitive and really hard to receive the scholarship. But like I told you, I had this obsession in me at that time, and I was like, no, I want to study abroad. I will study abroad no matter what. I'll make this happen. And I can't tell you how hard I worked on this. I don't think I have ever worked as hard as I did on this application on anything in my life as I did for this. Like, I was constantly working on it, thinking about it day and night. I was like, no, I need this scholarship. Like, I will never have this opportunity again in my life to study abroad. I don't want to let this go. So I did, and good news, I received the scholarship. And it's actually, that's probably one of the things I'm most proud about, is receiving this scholarship, because of this scholarship I was able to study abroad, actually in CUK during my undergraduate. That's how I first came to this university. So, right, moving on. Okay, so it's actually during the process of writing this scholarship that I realized what I was interested in, what I had a passion for in life. And are you familiar with the word epiphany? No? Epiphany means when you have all of a sudden you realize something, like it's that moment when something clicks in your brain. Sometimes if you're working on a problem and you're like, oh, I don't understand, it's been bothering you, all of a sudden, oh, I figured it out. That's kind of like an epiphany. So for me, I had an epiphany while I was writing my essay for the application for the Gilman Scholarship. I realized, oh my God, I'm so interested in this, I'm so passionate about this. I really want to learn about other countries. I want to learn about international relations and languages. I love learning languages. That's always been one of my biggest passions, I think. And I just knew that this field was something I cared about. I didn't know exactly what it was about the field, but I knew that, no, I want to do this. This is really important to me. And so finally, I had something that I was really interested in, and I was like, why am I doing biology? I hate this. I was like, this is what I want. I wish I had majored in international studies or international relations or something like that. So I studied abroad here at CUK for 1 month in the summer. And it was great. It was a great experience that I had here. And I was already interested in North Korea at the time, but then coming here, I went to the DMZ, I met a North Korean woman who had deported, and it was just so fascinating to me, and I knew I wanted to do something related to North Korea or just international relations, right? And so I did my capstone paper on North Korea, and I knew I wanted to come back here. And I found out at that time about the international master's program that they have. So I applied for that after I graduated, and I'm here, so. Anyway, so for me, actually, it was my university, St. Edward's University, that helped me realize my passion and my enthusiasm for international relations. And I want to stress to you how important it is to find what you love, and actually, like, the process of finding it is not very easy, but it is extremely important to do what you love, okay? How many of you have seen this movie? Yeah? Yes. Can you tell me what it's about? Who wants to, like, what message did you guys get from this movie? All is well. All is well. Okay, that was a very big song in the movie. But the message it was about 3 college students, or it was about a bunch of college students. And 3 students especially who were in an engineering school, right? A very prestigious engineering school. And they were some of them were kind of miserable, right? He was miserable, right? It was like me in biology. I related to him. He was in it also to make his parents happy, right? To do it for his parents, like, you know, it looks really good in that culture, oh, my kid's an engineer and stuff. But why couldn't he do well? Because even though he studied, it wasn't what he wanted to do. He wasn't passionate about it, right? And honestly, a lot of people don't realize, but no matter what you do, if you're not passionate about it, you're never going to be as good as you want to be in it, right? So I think this movie is actually a really great movie for students to see. And I know a lot of people in South Korea have seen this movie and love it, so I thought I wanted to talk about it. So, I just wanted to tell you about that a little bit more. The importance of finding what you are passionate about. If you're not happy in your current majors, or if you're working after you graduate and you find you're not really satisfied, you should probably change what you're doing or quit, okay? Because if you stay in that, the longer you stay in it, the harder it becomes to actually leave, because you just get into a cycle where you just keep going day by day, and you're like, okay, and you're just living and working, and you don't really know why you're doing it, or what's so important about it. Like, you know, you're in this thing, and you're not really fulfilled inside. A lot of people live like that, and I just know I can't do it. Like, oh, it's so difficult, I think. So if you're not happy where you are, try to change it. Try to explore other options. Actually, if you start working after you graduate and you find you're not happy and you quit, you're going to have this sense of urgency if you just stop what you're doing and you're like, I need to do something, I need to make money, I better find out what to do, right? So that's actually incredibly motivating. Also, indulge your curiosity. Think back to when you were a child and what you liked to do. A lot of times you find that when you were a kid, the things you like to do are actually things that you will want to do. I mean, they're related to it somehow, but it's probably buried somewhere deep in your mind. Think about that. Think what makes you curious. What are you interested in? Okay? And don't think about money so much. I know everybody thinks, no, actually, I wanted to be a doctor. I was like, I'm going to make a lot of money. I'll have an easy life, you know, it'll be great. I thought it would be excellent, but no. Even if I did become a doctor, I mean, the lifestyle's nice, but I don't think I would be a great doctor. And who wants to be just a not so good doctor, you know? So don't think too much about money. Think more about what makes you curious, what you're passionate about. And also, it's okay to not know. It's okay at this age to not know what you want to do. Most people don't know. Most people don't realize until way later what they actually want. Take time to discover yourself. Take some time off. Take different classes, classes that aren't in your major, just for the fun of it. Just take them and see how you like it. You might find you're really interested in the most random things. That's kind of what Steve Jobs did. He took some classes that he was curious about, and those ended up defining him, the reason that he took those classes. Take some time off. Actually, one thing I love about Korea, the Korean culture is students do take time off when they're in college. They take sometimes a year off, 2 years, a semester off. In America, normally, once you start college, you graduate as fast as you can, and you start working. But in Korea, people really take their time in college, and I think that's amazing. You can really use that time to find yourself. And it's important to find that special ability that only you have inside of you. Because when you find what is that makes you unique, what your passion is, let me tell you, nobody will be able to do that special ability as well as you can. Because that's unique to you. And when you find what that is, only you can do it that well, and that's why you will be successful no matter what, as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you know that's what you want to do. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay, so just 2 quotes to once again reinforce what I've been saying. This one is by Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Right? You all agree with that, right? Good. And the second quote is, there is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. By Nelson Mandela. I just think these are very important for students, especially, everybody actually, but especially students who are still trying to figure out what they want. I hope you all are, very open-minded in trying to see what you want to do and discover different fields. And if you haven't studied abroad, definitely try studying abroad. Go to St. Edward's University. It'd be great for you. Yes. And that's all. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. I hope I can encourage you a little bit, and I hope I can motivate you to find what you're passionate about. Thank you.